But that guy with that, you seen how his ankle rolled open like that. That's what you need to have, and that's what a lot of people lose. A lot of it too is shoes and things like that, right? Like most shoes are terrible. Like
they're gonna kind of set you forward and shorter Achilles and all that.
Yeah, even like the shoe that you got that has the little string between it kind of creates a behavior between the big toe and the second toe where it kind of wants to pick it up a little bit maybe or something like that, like if you're walking with it. But it's more of like the thong flip-flop more than that because you got a little support around the ankle. But the thing is we put on minimalist shoes or barefoot shoes and we go walk on concrete. Like the concept behind that was it was more of this indigenous, like we want to plug into the earth, but most of the surfaces that we own are fake anyway. You know, so when you go and you put on a minimalist shoe and then you go onto concrete, like, are you really helping yourself? Because it hurts probably more than it helps.
Yeah, no, it can, for sure.
But I like what Liver King said about go walk in the grass.
Right.
Me and RJ Archibald is one of our coaches, and he's up there. He's super intelligent guy. He's a chemist by trade, and he got into powerlifting and all of that stuff like that, and he kind of tore his body up a little bit. He was all jacked, and then he found Goda and started kind of doing the Goda. Not that's all he preaches and teaches or whatever, but he helps us a lot with the education and stuff like that. And we were talking about it today, and, you know, it's like this electromagnetic field that the earth has inside of it, and you have to plug back into that. That's why the Electron Plus feels so good that Jake brought over. You know what I'm saying? Because it stimulates those cells that are dying, and it creates that electricity in there to liven you back up. So when we get into like the therapy side of everything, like I have hyperbaric, I have cryotherapy, I have an Electron Plus, I have any kind of shit that you could think of, because whatever somebody's comfortable with that makes them feel better through this process, then we want to do it. You know, that Electron Plus is like passive decompression. If you superset that with some Goda exercises and stuff like that, you're going to feel a lot better.
Yeah. You know, on the wearing those shoes or barefoot shoes on concrete, I agree with you. What happened was, like, when we started transitioning, like when I was wearing those shoes, the Vivos or even these on concrete, my feet would hurt. So I had to go between wearing those shoes and then wearing my normal shoes that had more padding, because like as my feet were changing, I needed time for my feet to be able to recover. So, you know, it's an interesting thing, because it's like, yeah, you need to get your feet out on grass and natural surfaces, but it's hard to escape concrete. So how can you bolster that system enough where it can withstand, because it has to withstand being on concrete. You can avoid it as much as you want, but you're going to be on it at some point. So can that system, and it's going to be a modern thing to see how we adapt and if we adapt, but can we adapt and work in a way where we can now withstand that force that is not a natural force? Because in some cases you have to.
Yeah. I'm not the guy.
But it is interesting.
Like, I do know this, though. I know that, like, what we was talking about with the groundwork video, I mean, whenever I showed the arch, and I don't know if you had a chance to watch it, but showing how, like, the different positions build an arch into the foot, like the toe tuck rockers and things like that, those things kind of wake the foot back up and create that dome type, that half dome shape, like which we would typically call an arch or whatever. But like even the iso hole, whenever you pick up, you come out of the toe tuck rockers and you get into that squat position and you're holding yourself up, that's an active foot. You know, I think a lot of the times what happens is somebody's gotten to the point where the foot ain't working no more like it's supposed to. And then we start looking for all of these ways to bring it back to life. I mean, there's how many muscles in the foot?
Power Project fam, this episode is brought to you by Vivo Barefoot Shoes. We've been wearing these shoes for almost a year now. They're flexible. They have a wide toe box. They allow your feet to get connected to the ground, and they will make your feet stronger, and they don't look like shit like a lot of these other barefoot shoes. Andrew, how can they get them?
For the best barefoot shoes on the planet, and they also look really, really good, head over to vivobarefoot.com/powerproject. At checkout, enter promo code PowerProject20 to save 20% off. Again, vivobarefoot.com/powerproject, promo code PowerProject20 to save 20% off. Links to them down in the description, as well as the podcast show notes. Let's go ahead and get back to this podcast.
But I mean, it's a serious, complex system, right?
Yeah.
That you just can't treat it any kind of way. So when we go and we start waking that thing back up, people's like, man, my feet feel better. So if you've been in a shoe, like I got these Air Maxes on, they terrible, but they look good.
They do look good.
I mean, I like aesthetics too, you know. But what I'm saying is if I've been wearing Air Maxes my whole life and I'm having knee trouble, and I go to a barefoot shoe that makes me more conscious of my feet, then I'm probably gonna support myself better, which in turn is gonna alleviate some of that knee pain.
But do so where appropriate. You know, like I think in the gym is a great place for it. And it looks like most of the athletes you train, from what I noticed, they're not like wearing like a Hoka. They're either like barefoot or they're in some sort of middleless shoe.
Yeah, we
in
do
the
a
gym,
lot
right?
of stuff barefooted, as much as they can do.
Right.
We do barefoot, and it's because they feel more comfortable.
Right.
Yeah.
The shoe is a cast. It really is.
But when you go on a walk, you guys are all bringing up really good points. And it's something I noticed more recently. Walking, your natural gait, you're going to heel strike. You know, it's like we don't want to heel strike in a lot of cases, but when you walk, you naturally.
Are you striking or are you starting to absorb right there?
Yeah, you're rolling.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not like I'm not
right.
stomping
There's a
down.
difference because
Yeah.
a heel strike is going to cause a problem. You know,
Right.
you look at some of the like the O lineman position, right? They do this thing where they do this pass block and stuff
Right.
where they slamming the heel into the ground.
Right.
And, you know, they get Achilles tears and knee problems,
Right.
and they all wear knee braces and stuff like that. And then you look at somebody like Andrew Whitworth, who was on his toes a lot, and he played 15 years without a knee brace, had a nasty contact injury like 2 years ago, comes back and wins the Super Bowl. 17 years in the NFL, and 15 of them he didn't wear a knee brace.
Yeah.
Played on the balls of his feet. They got a guy for the Kansas City Chiefs, played on the balls of his feet, never missed a game. I can't remember his name.
It is an interesting thing. I mentioned this before, but when one of my soccer trainers when I was younger, he was this African guy. His son played pro too, but he noticed when I was like 16, he's like, take your heels off the ground. Whenever you're on the field, your heels are never supposed to touch the ground. You're always on your toes because you have to be able to change direction quickly. You should, so he trained, he like grained that in me. If you ever see my heels on the ground during a drill, he's like heels up, heels up, heels up. So that I was just always on my toes or the balls of my feet. So that is a big concept when it comes to sport.
Yeah, I think Rick told it too in the resting side of it, like when he's in the line in Walmart. Remember, he did the analogy where, hey man, I just want to kind of press out my heel, but be on the balls of the feet, keep my butt back, and I could put my hands on the buggy and kind of just stand there in my back chain and let the hamstring and the glute and the calf absorb the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been doing that during this podcast after we talk. I've literally been standing here like doing some shit over here.
Smile come on your face when I said it. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. It's challenging because now it gives you something to be aware about too. Because most of this stuff is awareness, right? But again, you're getting some result from the system. You've been trying different things where you're getting some other results, so it allows you to be open-minded. You know, some guys like one of the things that happened on that one post that I said where it's fake is the dude's like, I got a 42-inch vertical and I got this and I got that, and it's like, and I do all of these exercises. And I'm like, man, that's great. 30 years old, 35 years old. But come see me when you're 85 or when you're 80, and let's see if you can walk or not. You know, and I'm not wishing that or nothing like that. But a lot of times it's like I get these 20-year-olds in my inbox, and they're like, "Bro, I could Olympic lift." I'm like, "Yes, you can." And they're like, "No, I don't have no problems or nothing like that." I'm like, "I'm glad you don't. I don't want you to have problems."
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that everybody that comes in our gym that has some type of issue is duck-footed, inside ankle bone low, and in their front chain. Every single one of them. Nobody comes in there, go to 10, and they're like, I keep pulling my hamstring. It don't happen. It doesn't happen.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right. Share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And also, we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too, so you can get whatever you like from us. All right? Peace.